Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Yesterday, I spoke about how a comprehensive European Union response can make a difference for Europe and for Europe's role in the world. Today, we have addressed how we apply that vision to the practical reality on the ground. First, on migration. Only 2 months ago, we faced one of the worst humanitarian tragedies in the Mediterranean in recent times, with 350 people perishing off the coast of Lampedusa. I was there, and we did not forget what happened. Through our dedicated task force, we have worked out together a comprehensive, balanced, practical strategy to respond to this urgent, complex situation. We have recommended 38 concrete actions. We have also set aside financial support of up to 50 million euros, including emergency funding. Implementation now is the key point. Allow me just to highlight three priorities. First, in terms of relations with third countries, such as Libya, Egypt, Algeria, Lebanon, we need to address the causes of migration and the fight against trafficking, smuggling, and organized crime. Second, we need to better manage our sea borders with a reinforced Frontex. Thirdly, we need to increase our solidarity in terms of resettlement and helping member states under heavy pressure. One of our most important discussions this morning was on the situation in Ukraine. For the European Union, as President of the European Council already stated, the offer of an association agreement, including a deep and comprehensive free trade area, has always been precisely that, an offer, a proposition. It was never an imposition. And as we stated in Vilnius, the European Union remains committed to the signing of the agreement. Let me tell you that since the Vilnius summit, I have spoken twice with President Yanukovych. High Representative, Vice President of the Commission Ashton went to Kiev to meet him, but also all the key players. And a delegation led by Deputy Prime Minister Arbuzov had meetings here in the European Commission. But these talks were never followed by a clear indication of a commitment by the Ukrainian authorities to sign the agreement. That is why we believe that it was not worthwhile now continuing what could be seen as just a way of keeping a dialogue but without concrete results. But this does not change the European Union position of principle. We want to be very clear that our partners must choose their path freely and, of course, with their full sovereignty. We are ready to stand by and support our partners in their reform process. And once again, this is not a process against someone, but rather a project for something, a project for democracy and for prosperity and for stability. Agreements entail commitments on both sides. Our partners need also to be committed to reforms. And commitment to our common values should remain an essential condition for any agreement. The continuing protests and demonstrations in the country show clearly where the Ukrainian people stand. They want freedom, they want prosperity, they want stability. The European Union has also stated very clearly, and myself personally, in those conversations with President Yanukovych, that the current tensions in the country need to be resolved politically in dialogue with the opposition, and that the civil liberties need to be fully respected. Obviously, the situation in Ukraine has overshadowed the fact that there was very important successes at the Vilnius summit. And once again, my congratulations to Lithuania for the excellent work of preparation of this very important summit. Among those successes, the initialing of the agreements with Georgia and Moldova. It is important that the clear strategic choice of these countries is not lost, and in fact we have discussed this also today. Another issue that was today the subject of the interest of the European Council was Syria. The humanitarian situation is shocking and deteriorating day by day. As I heard this Wednesday, when I met with the heads of the major humanitarian organizations, and we signed the largest ever deal to support the work of UN agencies in humanitarian matters, a deal of 147 million euros, the situation is not improving. It is indeed deteriorating in a dramatic way. We continue as the European Union to spearhead the international efforts on humanitarian aid, over 2 billion euros since the crisis began. But the scale of the needs is outpacing our efforts. We need, therefore, to call on other donors to step up their assistance already in the Kuwait conference that will take place next January, and to keep the pressure for a political solution which will be the only lasting way forward. President Van Rompuy already mentioned the Central African Republic. I just want to pay tribute to the crucial and swift intervention by France based on UN Security Council resolution in support of African partners. I already announced the European Union support of 50 million euros to the African-led military mission. And the European Council has been clear that it stands ready to use the relevant instruments under our common security and defense policy to stabilize the country. All this simply underlines the crucial role that Europe is playing and must continue to play globally. To punch our weight in the world, we need to demonstrate that we have put our own house in order. And as I said last night, 2013 has been a breakthrough year in terms of getting Europe's economy back on track. The euro is no longer in danger. Reforms are taking hold, and this is slowly being felt by our citizens, markets, and international partners. Yes, we have still very important problems. Unemployment remains at an acceptable level. We need also to keep up the pressure to deliver growth measures. But the general economic situation is clearly improving. Europe is acting. Europe is working. Of course, this will not be possible without the commitment of our member states, but it will not also be possible without the remarkable efforts of the European institutions and also successive Council presidencies. In this occasion, I want to pay very sincere tribute to the Lithuanian presidency and especially to President Grybauskaitė. Great job, indeed. The groundwork that has been done to enable so many positive decisions to be taken in the last 6 months is a tribute to Lithuania and to the very competent and dedicated team that was working around President Grybauskaitė. Finally, let me take this opportunity to wish you all a merry and restful Christmas. I hope to see you back in the beginning of 2014 for what I'm sure will be still a very interesting and challenging year. Thank you.